It is day 148 of the second Trump administration. This evening, the man accused of hunting down Minnesota lawmakers, killing one and injuring another, is behind bars. Vance Belter is facing both federal and state murder charges, and prosecutors say he went to the homes of two other lawmakers that night. My colleague Maggie Vespa has the details.
Images show the tools prosecutors say Vance Belter used in the deadly rampage he planned for months. Firearms, ammo, a hyper-realistic silicone mask, and notebooks filled with scribbled notes and lists of targets, including many Democrats.
His crimes are the stuff of nightmares. Belter stalked his victims like prey.
And in another disturbing twist, officials today said Belter didn't just target two lawmakers that morning.
Belter went to the homes of four Minnesota state politicians with the intent to kill them.
Belter was arrested Sunday night after the largest manhunt in Minnesota history.
You saw him in this grass?
Yeah.
Wendy Thomas believes she saw Belter in the hours before his arrest, saying she was leaving a friend's house when she spotted a man in dark clothing crouching in this field. She called her dad, initially thinking it was law enforcement.
And I'm like, oh, they're clearing properties. So that's what I figured it was. And then the more my brain registered, I'm like, Dad, there's only one person. There's no vehicle. And then I started freaking out, and Dad's like, you need to get out of there. You need to call somebody.
Thomas says that's when she waved down police.
So I waved my arms and I flagged him, and he's like, is everything okay? And at this point, I'm shaking. And I said, no, there's a person. I saw a person. And as I was leaving the driveway, you could see him squatting in the culvert. And I started pointing. I'm like, there he is, there he is.
Just hours after the rampage in Minnesota on Saturday, huge groups of Americans hit the streets to protest Donald Trump's policies. The organizer of what was known as No King's Day protests say millions and millions of people took part across the country. That very same day, Trump presided over a military parade in Washington that cost taxpayers millions and millions of dollars. The event showed off Americans fighting forces with tanks and soldiers in the midst of turmoil, both home and abroad. And today, President Trump was in Canada meeting with G7 leaders while the trade war that he began rages on. And remember, we are just 3 weeks out from his big tariffs kicking in. And tonight we learned that the president will actually leave the summit early because of what is happening in the Middle East. He's expected to be back in D.C. later tonight. And a U.S. official tells NBC News he has requested that the National Security Council be prepared in the Situation Room when he gets home. Before we get started, I want to go back for a moment to the horrific attacks on Minnesota lawmakers for a moment, because the truth matters. While the suspect was still on the run, I was with you. We were covering the breaking news on Saturday. We had very limited information. Yet despite that, Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah made several public posts about him, suggesting he was a Marxist, saying, quote, this is what happened when Marxists don't get their way. Mind you, there was absolutely no evidence to connect the suspect to the far left or any other kind of Marxist beliefs. In fact, once we knew more information about the suspect, friends of his say he went to campaign rallies for Donald Trump. Police discovered a list of his other targets, which included Democrats who support abortion rights. But Senator Lee did not wait for the actual facts to emerge. He put his posts out there, and those posts got millions and millions of views. So please remember, the truth matters, but only if you hear it. So let's get started covering the truth. I want to bring in our leadoff panel. Luke Broadwater is here, Pulitzer Prize-winning White House correspondent for The New York Times. Susan Glasser joins us, staff writer for The New Yorker, and David Drucker, senior writer at The Dispatch. Luke, let's please start with President Trump leaving the G7 early. I know in the past he does not like to be at the G7, G20. He doesn't like to be somewhere where it's equal footing, world leaders. But this is potentially different. He's saying cryptically it has something to do with what's going on in the Middle East, and specifically, he wants the National Security Council ready in the Situation Room when he gets home. What can you tell us?
Right. Well, you're right that many times sitting at the G7 all day in hours and hours of meetings is not probably the most exciting place for Donald Trump. You know, he'd probably find it quite boring after a while and want to get out of there. But there is very serious matters. Obviously, the war between Israel and Iran, and President Trump's Truth Social post where he's telling the people of Iran to evacuate Tehran. Obviously, extremely concerning situation unfolding there. The president has a big decision to make about whether the United States will assist Israel in this bunker busting mission to get at the development of uranium that is going on in Iran, but it's buried deep under this mountain, and the Israelis cannot get to it with their current capabilities without the United States support. So if the United States does go forward with that decision, that would be a major escalation of America's involvement in the war, and it would be a huge decision for the president to make.
Susan, let's turn to Minnesota. We are experiencing more political violence in America, but this rampage, as deadly as it was, could have been even deadlier. What was your first thought when the news broke on Saturday and as we learned more?
Well, Steph, your introduction is very powerful and reminding us that there is a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and that's made this plague of political violence all the more toxic, it seems to me, because it reinforces not only preconceptions, but it reinforces the idea that nobody really is particularly safe at this moment in time. Of course, we've seen violence directed against Democrats, against Republicans, but we live in an age of conspiracy theories, and I'm really struck by the ripple effects of this horrible crime, when the whole country and certainly the whole state of Minnesota is mourning the losses that it suffered. Here you have back in Washington, basically senators turning upon each other because the bonds of trust have been broken, I would say, by our politics right now. So you have, as you pointed out, a Republican senator tweeting conspiracy theories about the case before very few details are already known. You have actually Minnesota Senator Tina Smith confronting him in person today in the U.S. Capitol. And to me, that just, I think it kind of sums up the horror of this moment, which is both the political violence and then how it is amplified and played over and over and over again to people who aren't open to the truth anymore and only open to narratives that are being pushed by those who agree with them.
Then, David, what is the way back from here? I'm not going to say that this kind of political violence has become normalized, but this kind of political violence has become far more prominent and prevalent. How do we get back?
Yeah, I'd say the virulent rhetoric certainly has become normalized, right? It's something we used to hear only occasionally, maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, where members of both parties would say that the other side was wrong and that their policies were going to lead to bad outcomes. And now they routinely say that the other side is evil, and deliberately so, and that the reason that they're pushing evil policies is because they deliberately and purposely want to hurt you. And I don't know that there is a way back other than voters eventually getting sick enough of it that they reward politicians who don't engage in that or punish politicians who do. Or we end up with some leaders who finally decide to say, we're just not going to do it, even if I think that it's the other side that started. And I will say, Steph, and I've been talking about this today, for the last 20 plus years, one thing, and this is not a both sides thing, but it's just to explain the psychology of this. The one thing that both sides seem to agree on when I've talked to them about the other side over the years, it's that the other side plays really dirty. And I wish my side would play as dirty as them, because maybe we'd win more elections. And maybe somebody's just got to say, I might think the other side plays really dirty and really mean, and I'm just not going to do it. And let's see what the outcome is then.